If you're looking to start a home service business with low competition and solid cash flow, then this is the video that you need to watch. My name is John and I've built several remote cleaning businesses down here in Miami, in Nashville, and helped over 200 people in the year of 2024 to start and scale cleaning businesses to at least $10K per month. I have over 24 students making over $20,000 a month with their remote cleaning businesses, which is absolutely insane. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through 7 service-based businesses that you should and can start today. And trust me, you haven't heard of some of these. First up, let's talk about window cleaning. This is one of the best home service businesses that you guys can start because the demand is constant. And if you think about it, almost every home and commercial building needs to get their windows cleaned. People want clean windows, but most people will not want to do the work. You can charge anywhere between $150 to $300 per cleaning job. All, of course, depending on the size, but it's super scalable. And you guys can all start this with basic cleaning materials like a squeegee, a bucket, and some cleaning solution, and you're ready to go. And what's the key to success? Building relationships with homeowners, businesses, or even decision makers at office buildings. And once you guys do a good job for that client, they will book with you again, and then they'll also refer you to their network. Relationships are everything in this industry. And guys, the business can grow super fast with the right marketing. Of course, you want to start local, and then as you scale, you can go outwards, and then you can hire independent contractors in those service areas so you guys can handle all the fulfillment in other counties and towns and cities that you choose to scale into. Low startup costs, high margins. This is a low barrier entry home service business that anyone can get into. The next one on the list is a classic, but a little twist, gutter cleaning. Look, nobody wants to climb up onto the roof and clean out all the debris in their gutters. It's dirty, it's risky, it's time consuming, but that's where you guys come in. This business is great because it's simple and it's essential. Gutter clogs can cause major problems and time-consuming and money problems to their home, and people are also willing to pay about $150 to $300 for someone to do this service for them. And this is a service that people are willing to pay for you every 2 months or every quarter or every single month during the year. It's very simple to get started, and you guys aren't out here trying to learn like a crazy hard skill. It's gutter cleaning, it's labor at the end of the day. And like I was saying before, you can replicate this business model with an independent contractor that already does this for a living, and you're just simply getting them more jobs and more work where you're going to be putting money in their pocket, and then of course you're going to be putting money in your pocket. So if you want to use the business model method, or if you're someone that's willing to climb up on a roof and do the gutter cleaning for a client, then of course this is a perfect business model for you where you can capture 100% of the profit. The third home service business model hits home for me. It's my favorite, and it's got a special place in my heart because this is something that I currently am doing on a day-to-day basis, and that is a home service remote cleaning business for residential and commercial clients. And no, this isn't the typical cleaning business where you have to be on site for all the jobs. You're literally scaling this business, having clients, providing cleaning services for homeowners, businesses, construction sites, Airbnb hosts, property managers, you name it, where you don't actually have to go to the job to do the fulfillment. All of this can be contracted out remotely with independent contractors that clean for a living. You can manage the entire operations for this business from your laptop with a Wi-Fi connection and your phone. I've scaled my remote cleaning business to up to $40,000 per month, and I was in Florida, Connecticut, Colombia, even for a little bit, Vegas, Arizona, all over the United States while I was scaling this business, and I didn't have to be in Miami to scale it. It's an incredible business because you guys are tapping into a high demanding industry, and on top of it, you guys are taking a more entrepreneurial approach with drop servicing, essentially the business model, and you're doing this at scale. Think of it like an agency. You see all these people like Iman Ghazi and everyone else online that are telling you start this SMMA agency where you're going to be essentially working with a handful of clients. Well, you guys can do that, but you're doing all the tedious labor, whether it's making social media posts or managing people's marketing budgets, etc. This model, you're doing the same thing, essentially having an agency, but instead of you doing any of the labor, you're doing none of it because you find these independent contractors that clean for a living, and then you're just doing the sales, the marketing, the fun part. You guys are closing the deals and making the money, and then you're just giving those jobs, the fulfillment, to these independent contractors, and they get to do what they love and what they're best at, which is cleaning. They don't know how to run a business. They don't know how to scale one. So you're essentially making their lives a lot better than what they were doing before because you're going to be adding anywhere between 10, 20, 30 hours of work to their work week every single week. The potential for this is massive, and the startup costs are low because you only have a few softwares that you need to get set up and be running every single month, like your CRM, your payment processors, your Google email, all that stuff, etc. And then when it comes to the actual expenses for the contractors, that's coming out of the money that you guys are making from the cleans. So you're not really paying much fixed expenses month over month. It's anywhere between $200 to $300. And you're also not paying for a physical office. You're not paying for any of the cleaning equipment because again, the independent contractors are paying for the vehicle, they're paying for the transportation, they're paying for all the supplies, everything that they need to do a job, they're accountable for, and they're simply just getting paid out for the job from you. That's it. And when I say there is a lot of potential to scale this quickly, take my student Chloe and Stacy, for example. Their first month being fully operational, they did almost $39,000 in top line revenue with their business, something that they've never had any prior experience doing. All they did was follow our blueprint inside the Drop Service Academy and took action. And then we have students like Cody Steele, who did $18,900 in his last month while still working a full-time job, an entire 9-to-5, guys. He had the time to scale his business up to nearly $19,000 in revenue because again, it's not that time consuming, and all you have to do at the end of the day is set up your ad platforms, have cleaners onboarded, and then delegate the fulfillment to your contractors. And then another example is my business partner Parker. He started his remote cleaning business in Wisconsin. Now he lives in Miami, Florida, and he's done over $250,000 in just 10 months in revenue for his business. And now he's actually looking to sell his business as well because this model also builds extreme enterprise value that you can leverage for a nice cash out if you don't want to just continuously have the recurring revenue cash flow coming in month over month. Trust me, guys, once you have the right system set up in your business, it essentially runs for itself. It's all about having your automations and your systems and processes in place, but then also having a reliable team of independent contractors, cleaners, also known as providers, can handle all of the fulfillment that you're going to be bringing in. And then you can even take it to the next step where you're going to be getting an office manager that can handle all of the quality control, the management of the cleaners, the clients, the sales, everything, where you're delegating yourself entirely out of the business. This is something that you guys can be doing in as little as 3 months. And all the other business models that I was talking about before, window cleaning, gutter cleaning, even carpet cleaning, you can have those as add-on services for your cleaning business, assuming that you can find the providers that are able to do that fulfillment. And again, like I was saying before, all you guys need is a phone, a laptop, a few $100s for startup costs, and the ability to want to take action. Business idea number 4 is roofing. Roofing might sound like a daunting big business to get into, but it's actually not that hard, and there's also a lot of money to be made. Roofs are one of the most important part of your home. Trust me, I know. I have my family that have a house down in Tampa. Hopefully by the time that this video out, I know that their home is going to be protected and it's going to be fine because they are going to be directly impacted by Hurricane Milton. So guys, if you're watching this video, reach out to me and I'll let you know if they're chilling and everything like that. But trust me, roofs are not only expensive to have a solid roof and foundation for your home, but they're very important because if you don't have a good roof, then you're kind of cooked. And again, guys, you can apply the drop servicing business model to this industry. Here's how it works. You reach out to professional roofers in your local area and you say, hey, we're scaling into this area. We're going to be getting a lot of deal flow for you. I can throw you jobs and then I'm going to have to take an agency fee in the middle, but this is what you're essentially going to be getting paid for the job, similarly to what the other business you're doing already on your schedule. So if you guys have an ability to add 20, 30 hours of work, or maybe even X amount of jobs per week to your calendar, then I would love to give you the opportunity for that in exchange for the agency fee in the middle that I'm going to be charging a premium to the clients. It's a no-brainer for yourself and it's a no-brainer for the other party because again, they're looking for more work. You set up your ad platforms, you run marketing, and then when you guys get a job and land it, you connect it to your contractor, they go out and they do all the fulfillment. You guys do not need to invest in all of the expensive equipment for roofing or even getting on the roofs yourself. All you're doing is doing the operations, the business side, and then the contractors, they have to handle all the work and the labor. You can charge anywhere between $5,000 up to $15,000 for these jobs, and you guys can be taking that agency fee where you could be making good money, not having to do any of the hard labor. The startup cost is really just the blood, sweat, and tears of making these relationships with the contractors and setting up your ad platforms so you guys can be running ads, whether they're LSA ads, Yelp, Thumbtack, reaching out in marketplaces on Facebook, etc. If you guys take action, this can quickly scale into a high profitable business, and you guys will never have to lift up a hammer or set up a ladder or get on any of these roofs, okay? The 5th business that I want to talk about is often quite overlooked, and it's Locksmith. Locksmith services are not cheap. Think about it. If you're going to your boy's place and he lost his key and you guys have to get into his apartment, he's going to have to call someone and then they're going to come to his place, get him into his apartment, and they're going to pay like $500 just to get into your apartment. Like, that's expensive. Obviously, locksmiths do not have to spend that much money to get a key to let you into your place. It's going to cost them like 20 bucks. And again, you guys can apply this same business model. You guys can find qualified professional locksmiths that do this for a living, set up ads, and you're acting as an agency. It's as simple as that. Like, do you guys see what I'm doing in this video, every single one of these home service business models, you don't have to do any of the work. You can just apply this model to it and you guys can print. You can pay someone $25, $30 an hour to go out and do a service where they essentially don't have to do anything. And then you can keep the other 50, 60%, sometimes even higher margin, because this is a type of problem where it's just such a niche solution. So people are willing to pay the money for it because they have to. With so many homes, businesses, cars, you name it, that are out there, there is never going to be a low demand for this service. Business idea number 6, landscaping. Whether it's trimming hedges, mowing lawns, doing leaves, doing weeds, this business has a lot of potential. And you guys don't have to just do this as an independent. You can hire teams that can have a book of business. You're closing on the front end. So not only are you doing the fulfillment, if you want to, you can have other people doing the fulfillment, acting as an agency fee. You're bringing the deal flow. You have crews that are doing jobs. You're paying them out, and then you guys are keeping a profit. And then, hey, maybe you go out and do some jobs yourself if you have landscaping experience, if you have the equipment, whatever. And landscaping is one of those businesses where it's like the more effort and detail you put into it, the more you can charge. So you guys could start small with like basic lawn care services and eventually tap into more things like landscape design, patio installations, or even like tree care. You can charge anywhere between $40 for a basic mow, or hundreds of dollars, or even thousands of dollars for larger projects. The key to scaling this business is to offer consistent and reliable service. People love their outdoor spaces to look great. So if you could solve that problem, the sky is the limit. The last home service business is gravel driveway repair. This one was probably completely off your radar. In rural areas or properties with long driveways, these things can get bumpy and uneven very fast. And people are willing to spend a lot of money for consistent maintenance. And trust me, it's something that homeowners do not want to do. You can charge anywhere between $500 to $1,500 depending on the size of the driveway. And the equipment costs are minimal. Plus, you guys can add services like grading or leveling to increase the cost of the service. And this, of course, will increase the value of your offerings. It's a way that you can differentiate yourself from the rest of your competition. However, I will say that this business model is way more expensive than others and it's a lot more time consuming, but also this might be your niche. If this is your niche, then 100% go all in. So there you have it. 7 low competition home service business models that you guys could start yesterday and be making anywhere between 10, 20, 30, even 50K per month without spending much money at all. And trust me guys, I wouldn't be making this video if I didn't believe in it. When I graduated college, I moved to Miami, and the very first thing that I did was figure out a business model that was going to cash flow, that I wanted to go all in on, and I discovered that it was 100% going to be in the home service industry, and that's when I eventually started a remote cleaning business. And no, I didn't spend a lot of money or thousands of dollars to get started. I actually got my first client from an organic method where I was putting on business cards and door hangers on every single apartment in my unit. I knocked on over 300 doors, and if you guys didn't think for a second that I wasn't going to close one deal from that, then I don't know what to tell you. My average service in Miami now is over $350. So you guys do the math. If I closed at a 5% clip on those 300 doors, just imagine how much money I was making outside of pay-per-lead ad platforms, pay-per-click ads, and other organic marketing strategies like using Facebook Marketplace, Nextdoor, Thumbtack, etc. But anyways, all 7 of these businesses have a lot of potential for you guys to scale this to very good levels. Let me know in the comments if you guys are currently running one of these businesses or thinking about starting one of these businesses, and I would love to help you with anything that you guys need. And like I said, my personal favorite out of the 7 of these is the remote cleaning business. Me and my students have proven that it is super lucrative, that you guys can get tapped into and start in 2024 and going into 2025. This industry is AI proof, it's recession proof, it's not going anywhere. There's always going to be high demand. There is always going to be more places that need to be cleaned than businesses to handle the fulfillment. So if you guys are interested in scaling your cleaning business today and you want the blueprint, you want the roadmap that you need to follow to go to the promised land to be successful, like me and all of my students inside the Drop Service Academy, then click the link in the description if you guys want to work with me directly, or if you want a done-for-you business entirely just started, scaled, and then handed to you, deliver and release. Fill out that link in the description and we can get on a call and see if you're a good fit. And sub to the channel, like the video, let me know in the comments which business ideas that you guys have, which you're looking to start, and I could even make a video on it, giving my reaction, doing research for you, and letting you know if I think it's a good idea or not. I've got a lot more coming in the pipeline for content, so make sure to subscribe to the channel. And like always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video.